Hey there, everybody. How's it going? It's NFL Week 6. If you're watching this video before the games have started, then you either paid for a subscription or you're sneaky and got a hold of this for free. Good for you. Anyway, so let's talk about the games. We've learned a lot so far this season. I'm not really going to talk about the results from the previous weeks there, a little bit here and there, but I am learning things about how the projected scores are working. And of course, kind of comparing what the win score is and comparing these two. I'm going to talk about that in this week and also talk about what to do. Guess what is a very easy decision this week when it comes to Survivor Pool? We're taking the Patriots over the Giants. I'm using up the Patriots here in week 6, and the reason why I'm doing this is that they do seem to be like unstoppable, right? They're up here at the top percentage, and I'm scared of a lot of these games here, which is why. And plus, I've used a lot of these teams. I already used Dallas. I already used uh, I think I used Baltimore. I can't remember. I used Dallas. I know that though. And who's going to take the Skins over Miami? Although the file says to do this both in win score percentage and by projected score. I want to talk about another sheet in this file because a lot of you that are going to be using this and want to toggle and do stuff. This season pivot sheet. This is where we have like the history of what has happened and the full schedule. And I'm using this distribution over here. I'm starting to change it around and get it to optimize stuff in the past. 77.9 is not bad for this distribution here. That's the correct, incorrect, and correct. So you can look at the current week, and you can also change stuff around. You say, well, listen, what if I, think that defense is more important, you know, and I want to lower just the straight up wins and get a different percentage. You can start to do that, and these numbers are going to change over here. So there are a lot of things we can do with this, but this is basically where you can toggle with variables if you want to mess around and see, who has the best defense, just straight up defense. You can just do like this, and you can see that teams like Carolina, I guess, have better defenses than you'd think. The Patriots, obviously, good defense. Minnesota's defense may be better than you think against the Eagles. That's shocking when you look at just defensive ratings, stuff like that. It's pretty cool to mess around. So I wanted to show you that you do have this availability, and this percentage I have is it's moving around. It's variable. It changes around all the time, based on how the season stats have played themselves out. So it's just an interesting thing to keep an eye on. Now let's go back to the picks and talk about the games because this really is the summary where you should be able to get all your questions answered on what you're going to do. So, Survivor pool pick 2.5 minutes in is the Patriots. Because why? Well, I already used up the Cowboys, but I do think the Cowboys are also going to crush the Jets, and so does the file. Thinks that they're going to double them up, so thinks they're going to cover the spread. I know there's been some turmoil with Dak not putting up some wins lately, but the Jets are just miserable. Then you have this interesting situation with the new coach on the Redskins now, probably looking to break out of slump now that Gruden's gone. I won't tell my my Gruden stories because he is in the area here. But anyway, point is, it looks like they're going to beat Miami. So it's a battle of losers, but wow, is the point projections really favor the Redskins? I guess because Miami's defense is just like a dolphin jumping into the ocean. It's disappeared and it's gone, waving its tail away, not tackling anybody. So that's why it likes the Skins all the way up here. So consider that. Niners and Rams. Niners seems really strong. Rams iffy. The Rams blew a game to somebody the other week, and it's looking like Niners by a touchdown, and they're a dog. So look at that. So you can get the Niners plus 3 points. This is because this game is in LA, but interesting. This is one of those where I'm surprised. Actually, I'm surprised at both of this. That's very interesting. I guess the Niners are getting no respect in LA. Rams and Bengals. Bengals awful. Bengals are bad. Ravens can score. I like over in this game, and I like it's minus 600. So if you see the Vegas order of things, Vegas has got the Patriots, then the Ravens. I understand why there. So that's tough at minus 600. And even though it says they're going to cover 11 points, it's I hate that. Like just like we had Kansas City was like an 11-point favorite over Indianapolis, and they have losing the game. You get in these big spreads and you find yourself in trouble. I might take a look at last week's stats after we go through all these games here, but yeah, so that makes that tough. It's a good survivor pool pick if you haven't used them yet, I think. Seattle and the Browns. This is I was going to think about taking this if I didn't take the Patriots. I was actually taking Seattle, but look at the projected score. Weird. It's screwy. Why is it doing that? See, this is what I want to diagnose what's happening there. Could have to do with injuries. You can check out this point projections sheet and you can start to look at those teams. You've got Cleveland and you've got Seattle. And Cleveland puts up kicking points. Well, that maybe I should lower my value of what a kicker adds to this game. But they do kick a lot of field goals, so maybe Cleveland does kick a lot of field goals. But that's where they are taking over and comes to point projections. You can open this up and see everybody by position and where the points are being scored from. You can see Russell Wilson is this team, compared to the quarterback Mayfield, who's not the Browns. Anyway, all right, go back to picks here. So this game gets weird because the Browns might outkick the Seahawks. Packers and Lions. Now, I told somebody just yesterday not to take the Packers as their survivor pool pick because I said, ooh, the Lions are good this year. Now, this game's in Green Bay. I've been discounting Green Bay the whole season except for the freaking Thursday night where I had them and they lost, I'm pretty sure, or Monday night when I had them and they lost. That I've discounted every other game. The Lions have been sneaky this year. See how this game's close? This is where I'm going to get you in trouble. I like the Lions plus 4.5. I think the Lions might win this game. And if we open this up on the flip side, we see that the Lions are all the way down here at only plus 190. Yeah, don't listen to me. Remember, I'm usually wrong. Just listen to the algorithms. The algorithm likes Green Bay, so don't listen to me. And it's over 20%. So the games over 20% are good games. So there's a lot of good games this week. Tennessee and Denver. Denver gets a win last week. Super duper close game. Wow. Too bad you only got a 2-point spread. But Tennessee is a dog, but this is in Denver. Yuck. I don't like that game at all. Saints and Jags. Saints should win. Yep. Consistent all around. And plus 105 because that's in Jacksonville. What? What? That seems like a no-brainer. That seems like the refs are actually getting paid to make Jacksonville win. That's what that looks like. See who's ref in that game. Carolina and Tampa Bay. Carolina all the way. Okay, fair enough. Minnesota and Eagles. Minnesota. I hate Minnesota. What this algorithm does with Minnesota is screw us. It missed at least a couple weeks with Minnesota. Big percentages both ways. I don't like it. Eagles can disappoint. So notice that is, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Cousins wants to prove himself in Minnesota. Whatever. I don't know. I don't listen to me though. I guess listen to the algorithm. The algorithm's iffy on it because it's under 20%. Chiefs are under 20% over the Texans because the Texans are better than you'd think. But if Mahomes' ankle is okay, which he'll probably recover, then I do like the Chiefs. And you don't get a good line though. Bummer. Bummer. Arizona, Atlanta. Atlanta's worse than you think, and that's why you get a good line with Arizona. Um, this game's in Arizona. Doesn't mean they play any better there. I like that. I like Arizona last week, came through with us. They won one, lost one, won one. I think in these situations where Arizona is a slight underdog against bad teams, that they're going to even out throughout the year and you're going to make money making straight bets on that. Steelers and the Chargers. So almost a toss-up win strength wise. It likes the Chargers by point projections though, and the Steelers are very large dog in LA or in Temecula, as I like to say. But the Chargers play terrible at home, so I would say consider the Steelers plus 7. Although I don't know if their season's already freaking done. I mean, how bad? What kind of shape are they in? Here's what you can do, by the way, is you can go to the season pivot sheet, and because you can just start messing around, I have slicers hiding around over here. So you have a slicer here and you can go, all right, what's Pittsburgh's been doing? Pittsburgh, across the first 5 or 6 games, has been, comes up on the right side whether they won or lost. Yeah, got smoked, barely lost to Seattle. beat, no, lost to San Francisco team, beat crap out of the Bengals, and lost to the Ravens. It, they can beat a team like the Chargers. They clearly showed that they can blow games like they did last week to somebody. I can't remember who it was. Houston, I think, or something. They can lose. So I think that +7 is probably actually a good pick there for the Steelers. And the +250 is a great line. The Monday night game is the Green Bay, I believe, right? Yeah. That's a Monday night. And Thursday night games we always lose. Oh my God. So I'm giving you a survivor pool pick. No way. Patriots blowing it on Thursday night against the Giants. No way. Eli Manning would have to come out of retirement, which is, I believe, the bench, in order to pull that off. I got to see it to believe it. Took a quick look at the result. No, we're not. I'm too tired. I got two more. I got too much work to do. I got a million things to do. All right. Anyway, good luck, everybody. I hope your picks winning. And if you somehow are watching this and not a subscriber and should subscribe, then go to kenriverman.com or contact me and put more time into this. I mean, I've sold a few this week, but I don't sell tons of these. You can tell by the views on the videos that there's only dozens of people that subscribe and stuff like that. But that's fine. I know, good for us. Let's take it to Vegas. All right, we're out.